I'm so excited. Today, we are going to talk about being social on social media and what exactly that looks like. I have been doing this consistently over the last year, and I've really seen the results. Oftentimes, when somebody joins a business, you'll start to see like on their social media shifts to like product posts. And you're like, huh, how long is this going to last for this person? And maybe you have done that yourself. I know I have been with my business for over 8 years, and I did do that. About a year ago, I kind of had this shift where I didn't like posting about my products because posting about products isn't how somebody is going to buy. Oh, I got to post more about my products so that way people can see them more and buy them. No, that's not how it works. And I didn't feel good about just sharing products. People buy things from you when they like, know, and trust you. And if you're only posting about your products, how are people going to like, know, and trust you? And so this is when I began my journey on figuring out what things to post on social media and then watching the trends over the last year. And now I have people who they seek out my social media pages because they know what they're going to find. It's something that's inspirational and encouraging and serving and educating. I hardly ever have to post products, and I still get people messaging me to order products and messaging me to like, hey, I want to do a party. And that feels so good because I'm not pushing the products on anybody. I'm showing up, I'm educating, and people are falling in love with that. And they're asking for help. And so this is how I began shifting things in order to do that. So that way I feel good about posting on social media. And that way I am attracting people to me. What I encourage you to do is pick 3 to 5 topics. What are 3 to 5 topics that you feel confident to speak about because of your unique experiences, skills, and passions? So begin thinking about that. And I'll share a couple of ideas that really resonate with me. Maybe that will begin the creative flow of what works for you. And there is no wrong topic because you are unique and you do have unique experiences and skills. And that is the beauty of this method of being social on social media, because you don't have to have a certain amount of followers or friends. You don't have to have a certain amount of expertise or college or be in your business for any amount of time. This is related to you. And so that's what really gets me super excited, is that this applies to all people and with any business. So a couple of ideas. Motherhood. I have 3 kids. I have been a mother for over 11 and a half years. So anything related to motherhood, I feel like sometimes we discount the valuable information that we've learned as motherhood. And sometimes you're like, oh my goodness, these people must already know about motherhood. So chances are that you have some type of valuable information that you have learned with your kids that you can share with other people. Curly hair. If you don't have curly hair, don't use curly hair. But are you passionate about hair? Are you passionate about makeup, skincare? Maybe you have some education in esthetician. Maybe you love to bake or cook. Maybe you took cake decorating classes. Maybe you just really love the food that you were raised with, your culture, anything that gets you excited. I'm a huge foodie. I love food. I love baking food. I love trying food. I love trying new recipes. That's something that really brings me joy. And also, it kind of taps a lot of my personal love languages, which is quality time, because it takes time to cook something for somebody that's really, really good. Cooking is an act of service to me because I am taking that time and I'm doing something for somebody. And then it's a gift. It's a gift because I am giving somebody a gift. And then it hits another love language for me, and that is words of affirmation. Because every single time I cook something, I get a compliment. And so it's just, I feel so much love doing that for people. And so I have learned the do's and the don'ts of cake decorating and all of that. So if baking a cookie, cooking really excites you and brings you a lot of joy, that might be a topic for you. Business. Okay, the do's and don'ts of businesses, how to attract people, how to build relationships with people, anything having to do with business, social media, organization, how to's. That is also a topic that I feel really confident in. Another one for me is anxiety and mental health. Over the last 2 years, I have kicked anxiety in the butt, kicked it to the curb. It's gone. It's out of my life. Before that, I had major social anxiety, major anxiety overall. It consumed my life so much that it was literally eating me alive. Like I was 20 pounds less than what I am today because anxiety was literally eating me alive. Over the last 2 years, learning different tools and tactics of how to recognize that anxiety and work through that, that is a skill and a special, unique topic that I am super passionate about because I don't want anxiety to stop people, specifically women, from living a life that they want based upon something that may or may not happen. And so I love sharing tips and tricks on how to do that. Maybe you are a nanny, went to school for engineering or art or writing, child education, anything really that gets you excited. That could be a topic that you speak on. Once you've figured out your 3 to 5 topics, and then create subtopics. So what are some subcategories of these topics? And so this is when we're going to go deeper into that. So motherhood, you've got babies and toddlers, preschools, elementary and middle school. Oh my goodness. One topic, 4 categories you can share information on. And what are some subcategories of babies, toddlers, and preschool? And you can even do babies, toddlers, preschool. So 3 if you only have younger kids and you haven't reached that elementary age or the middle school. I haven't reached the high school age, but I do have high school siblings. So that is a topic that I feel like I could speak on because I have siblings who are in that high school age range. There's so much jam-packed information. Like, how do you get your child to sleep through the night? How about potty training? What about teaching your kids how to read? Teaching ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, shapes, all of the things that go into it. Pregnant or you have been pregnant, you can also add this into motherhood too. You know, what are some tips for relief when it comes to sleeping when you're pregnant? When it comes to morning sickness, healthy foods. And so there's so many different topics. Also, when it comes to motherhood, like depending on those subcategories, that is when you can share information about the books. And so it's not just that you're pushing those products. Now you're educating somebody on a specific topic that you are the expert in because of your unique experiences and skills that you have learned. Do not discount that at all. They are unique, they are related to you, and you have learned. Don't discount that. Share some tips surrounding that topic and then share the books with that. Share a specific book that goes along with that, or like ABCs, share an ABC book. How amazing is that? So now it's like, instead of pushing the product, you're educating on the topic, and then you're sharing which book can help with that. So when it comes to hair care, makeup, skincare, the things that I came up with is curly hair. How do you take care of this? What is some good products to use? What is, if your hair is frizzy, then what do you do? What products are good? I get a lot of questions I ask is, what products do you use? What is your routine? And so I can easily educate people on that. The hair topic isn't really a big category for me, but I do talk about it occasionally. It's something that I add into the mixture. Baking and cooking. So some subcategories of that is you can share recipes, how-tos, and hacks. One of my favorite hacks, I put everything in my toaster. Everything. Tortillas, I'll get the little street taco tortillas, fold them up, stick them in my toaster. Any type of breads or something, put them in there. If I have a burrito that is cooked and I want it a little bit toasty on the outside, I stick it in my toaster. There are so many different things that I use with my toaster that, I could share that hack with. I took a lot of baking classes. And I learned the do's and don'ts of baking cakes, how to do good frosting so that way it doesn't melt off the cake, how to properly grease your pan so that way the cake doesn't stay stuck to your pan. I love cooking different recipes. You can share about that. There are a lot of people who are like, I don't know how to meal plan. I don't know what to cook. People are always constantly looking for recipes to try that are family friendly, kid friendly, quick and easy. And I know I've got a lot of those. I'm sure you have some quick and easy, fun recipes that are a family favorite of yours that you can share with other people. And bonus on that is if you use a recipe from one of our cookbooks, then you can also share that. And so we do the pizza from the Start to Cookbook. Love that. Every single time we make pizza, I make sure to share a snippet of that. There is also muffins and rolls and bread, and we made this yummy roasted turkey / chicken, and so I was able to share that. So whenever I do recipes, I try to see how I can incorporate a book into that recipe and kind of highlight that. Business is subcategories for that is leadership, how to do something in your business, time management, building relationships that feel good and right to you, mental health, anxiety tips, mind, body, soul tips, physical health. We have the mindfulness series, which is incredible and amazing. Every single time I share something about anxiety, I usually mentioned, hey, I have some incredible resources to help with that. And it's always connected to a mindful series or one of our yoga books. By now, your mind is probably exploding like, wow, there's so many different topics. So once you have that, this is so exciting. Once you have that, you post one thing a day.